might have seen this graph going around. Each dot on this graph represents 3.2 million people. So in total, we have 2,500 dots, which amounts to 8.1 billion humans. And what this shows is how many people in 2026 that have even used AI. And what you'll find is that 84% of people, 84%, which is 6.8 billion people, have never used AI in their life. They've never even given ChatGPT a regular prompt, which is hard to believe because if you're like me, you see AI everywhere. Every time you open your phone, you hear AI news. But that is because your algorithm knows that you're interested in that stuff. 16% of people have used free chatbots. So that is free ChatGPT or free Claude. That is 1.3 billion people. But if you are just a little into AI, you know that the free models, you almost can't do anything with those. And then if we zoom in, we have the people that pays $20 a month for AI. That is 25 million people, represented by these small yellow squares right here. 0.3% of the population. And my guess is that's probably where you are right now. Or maybe you are part of the 0.04%, which is the max users. So the people using the most powerful models like Claude Code and Codex. That is only 3.6 million people, or 0.04%. The reason that I'm showing you this is that I want to show you how far behind the world still is when it comes to AI. Many say that AI is going to be the greatest productivity boost that the world has ever seen. And even then, after AI has existed for a couple of years now, 84% of people has still never even used it. I hope you see how this creates a massive opportunity, because this allows us, the 0.04%, to provide services to the rest of the 8 billion people that don't know how to use AI effectively yet. To these people, your AI services is going to seem like magic. And the reason that I'm dropping this full course right now is that the world is finally starting to understand AI. When I started providing AI services 3 years ago, the only real markets that we could go after was the US and Canada, the UK and Australia. Every other market simply wasn't ready yet. But because of the mass adoption that's happening right now in AI, all of a sudden, most other countries are starting to pick up as well. And this opens up markets like South America. Europe is one of the biggest up-and-coming markets in AI right now. Countries in Asia like India is also starting to pick up on AI, which means that companies are ready and they know that they need AI implemented into their business. And it's not going to take long before the entire world is at the same wavelength. You might be thinking, well, AI companies already implementing AI, I might be too late. But I showed this to you to make you understand that it's not too late yet. And by the end of this course, when you stick around, you will 100% be in the 0.04% of AI users that will actually be able to capitalize on AI. But don't get too excited yet, because if you've ever tried to start a business before, you might know or definitely have felt the excitement curve before. When you've just heard about a new business model, or you want to start something, or a new project, or a new business, you're gonna be extremely excited. Your excitement is going to be through the roof. You're gonna be thinking about all of the good things. So for example, with building an AI business, this would be, oh, I can automate my entire product delivery. Ooh, I can get unlimited clients. Everyone's gonna be interested in my services. I'm going to be rich. That's the thoughts that are going through your head when you're just starting out. And the reason that I told you right at the start that you shouldn't expect this to be a get rich thing is because your excitement will then drop. This is 100%. All of a sudden, you realize all of the problems that are in the business, that it's actually not easy to get your first client, that you have to get really, really good at what you do. You need to watch videos like this. You need to learn before you can actually start selling these services, and that you probably won't land your first client the couple of weeks after starting. That is the reality of every single business model. There are always issues. There are always things, and things are never as easy as they seem. So you reach a low of excitement, and this right here is where 95% of people give up. They don't want to go through the pain of figuring out, okay, how do I actually land clients? They don't want to spend all of the time learning the skills that it actually takes in order to provide good AI services. So they do one of two things. Either they say, okay, this AI thing, scam, on to the next. They try drop shipping or NFTs or crypto or some other thing. Or they simply just stop business altogether and they go back and just focus on the regular thing that they're doing, the 9 to 5 or whatever. But a small percent of people, 5% or so, are going to work through the excitement drop. And it's not a steep curve. It takes time, and all of a sudden they fix a couple of issues and then they land their first client. So it might go up like this. But then they realize, okay, it's actually not as easy as I thought providing the service. So it stalls again. And then they maybe figure out, okay, how do I actually provide the service? So it goes up a bit again. And then their first client drops, and all of a sudden they're back with no clients. But as they keep working, this curve starts going up, and all of a sudden they crack how it works. And after long enough time, they're going to be very excited. They're going to know, okay, this is how I actually scale this business. This is how I do it. But getting to here takes an immense amount of time and work. I'm setting these expectations right now, because if you're not ready to do this, then it doesn't make sense for you to spend hours watching this. You can just click off the video. But if you're actually committed to do this, if you are the top 5% that doesn't give up, then you are the person that I made this video for. The worst thing you can do is to get stuck in this loop of trying a new business model, getting very excited, getting the drop in excitement when you actually try it, and say, okay, this doesn't work, and go on to the next one. Because all of a sudden you get stuck in a loop of just trying stuff but never actually committing and going all in and actually staying with it, which is what it takes to get success in anything in life.